Sometimes life breaks our plans. Things go wrong, dreams collapse, pain suddenly enters our lives. And in those moments, it becomes almost impossible to believe, maybe this is happening for a reason. Most people lose faith when life becomes difficult, but a few rare people continue trusting God even during pain. This is the story of a man whose faith never broke, even when life hurt him deeply. And one day, life proved why trust in God is so powerful. In a peaceful village, there lived a man named Dev. Dev was not rich, but he was respected by everyone. Not because of money, but because of his thinking. No matter what happened in life, good or bad, Dev always said one sentence: "Whatever happens, happens for good." People often became confused hearing this. Some agreed with him, some laughed at him. But Dev never changed his belief. He trusted God completely. He believed human beings can only see today, but God can see the future. Dev had a small son named Arav. The boy loved spending time with his father. Wherever Dev went, Arav followed. The villagers often smiled seeing them together. Dev taught his son many things: kindness, honesty, patience, and most importantly, faith. Every night before sleeping, Dev would tell Arav, "Never lose trust in God. Even painful moments may carry hidden blessings." Arav didn't fully understand those words yet, but he listened carefully. Dev also owned a beautiful horse. It was strong, fast, and very valuable. Arav loved that horse deeply. Every evening, he practiced horse riding happily. One day, while learning to ride faster, something terrible happened. The horse suddenly lost balance. Arav fell violently onto the ground. Crack! His painful scream echoed through the village. People rushed toward him. Dev ran as fast as he could. When he reached his son, he saw his son crying in pain. His leg was badly injured. Soon, the village doctor arrived. After checking carefully, he looked serious and said, "His leg is broken." The villagers became sad. Some shook their heads in pity. But then they looked at Dev. They expected him to cry, complain, or question God. Instead, Dev calmly held his son's hand and softly said, "Whatever happens, happens for good." The villagers became shocked. One man angrily asked, "How can you say that? Your own son's leg is broken." But Dev remained peaceful. "Right now, we only see pain, but maybe God sees something we cannot see yet." Days passed. Arav stayed at home, recovering slowly. He could no longer run, play, or ride horses. Watching him suffer, many villagers criticized Dev even more. They whispered, "He has lost his mind. How can a father call this good?" But Dev never argued. He simply continued caring for his son with patience and love. And every night he reminded Arav, "Trust God. Sometimes life protects us through pain." Arav listened quietly, though deep inside, even he struggled to understand. Then one morning, everything changed. Loud sounds echoed through the village. Soldiers had arrived. The king had announced war. Every healthy young man in the village was being taken into the army. The soldiers moved from house to house, checking every young boy. Mothers cried. Fathers looked helpless. Fear spread across the village. Then the soldiers reached Dev's house. They looked at Arav carefully, but the moment they saw his broken leg, they immediately rejected him. "He cannot fight," they said, and then they left. Suddenly, silence filled the house. Arav looked at his father slowly, and for the first time he truly understood. If his leg had not broken, he would have been taken away to war, maybe forever. Tears filled his eyes, not from pain this time, but from realization. Outside, the villagers stood frozen in shock. The same people who mocked Dev earlier now looked speechless, because suddenly everything became clear. What once looked like tragedy had actually become protection. The broken leg had saved Arav's life. One old villager slowly walked towards Dev and said, "Now we understand your words." Dev smiled softly and replied, "We become impatient because we only see one moment, but God sees the entire journey." Life often feels unfair in the present. Pain blinds us, fear confuses us, and because we cannot understand God's plan immediately, we assume everything is bad. But many times, what feels like loss today becomes protection tomorrow. Sometimes rejection saves you. Sometimes delays protect you. Sometimes pain changes your path towards something better. But human beings are impatient. We want immediate answers, immediate understanding. And because of that, we lose faith too quickly. Faith does not mean life will always be easy. Faith means trusting even when life becomes difficult, because not every blessing arrives wrapped in happiness. Sometimes blessings arrive hidden inside pain. And one day, when time reveals the full picture, you finally understand God was protecting you all along. So remember this: when life becomes difficult, don't lose faith too quickly, because sometimes what feels broken today is secretly saving your future. And truly, whatever happens, happens for good.